What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today we're going to be talking about Sub-Zero. I don't think Sub-Zero is broken. A lot of people think he is. Let me explain why he's not. Sub-Zero is just meant to play at this range right here. Condition you at this range with ice balls, and then at this range, do what he wants. He has very good buttons with this right here. This right here is a good mid check. This right here as a good plus mid. And this right here is his Punisher, and I'm not sure if I showed you already, but he has a low and an overhead. All that is accessible at about this range. This is where he plays, and this is where he shines. The thing about Sub-Zero is you can't let him get close to you, basically. And if he does get close, you're guessing. There's nothing wrong with what he can do because his overhead and low, they have like gaps in between them. Like, the overhead is 19 frames and the low is 13 frames. So if you just block low and then overhead, bad Sub-Zeros who don't know how to break your like fuzzy guard will just, crumble if you block them right. And if you don't know what a fuzzy is, that's basically when you just block low and high to react to mix-ups. And good players know how to mess that up. Or if you want to mess up a fuzzy guard the natural way, you have to have a high into a low. But I don't think Sub-Zero has that in this one. So he would just probably have to go in and get a lot of grass. In this variation, he can't high on the low. The other one he can because he can just go high and then slide. That'll break your fuzzy guard. And what people need to realize is he's just the perfectly balanced good character. He's a very good character who they got perfectly. There's nothing overwhelming about him. There's nothing that you can't deal with from Sub-Zero. Everything he throws at you, you can deal with it. It's not overwhelming at all, like the other top tier characters, which I'm going to be making a tier list explaining who the top tier characters are. But Sub-Zero, he is just a very good character, and to say he's broken just means that you don't really understand what a broken character is. Broken character is something that you literally can't deal with, and they just do something better than anyone in the game. Sub-Zero doesn't do anything better than anyone in the game. He just doesn't. Now, off of his overhead, if you go overhead mid, it is the same. If you do this, get a punish every time. So if you spin a bar against his overhead, you get, if you punish it, you get from upwards to around 25 to 30%. So if you just fuzzy guard him, block the overhead, you can punish it no matter how he does it if he wants to combo. Unless he just does that. If he does that right there, you're not getting a punish. But he's not getting any damage. So it's kind of a double-edged sword thing. And yeah, so he's just a good character. He's meant to get his basic 50-50s in, hit confirm his low. Oh, and if the Sub-Zero doesn't hit confirm his low, he just does ice ball like that, you can punish him really hard for it. So let me just recap. Sub-Zero is not broke because he plays the way that they wanted us to play him without doing it better than anyone else in the game, because he doesn't do anything better than anyone else in the game. He can counter zone, but there's people who counter zone better than him. He can 50-50, but there's people who 50-50 better than him. He is just a very good character, and he should not be touched at all, in my opinion. If you think Sub-Zero needs a nerf, that's your opinion, but I just don't. I think he's a perfectly balanced character, and if we want to make these characters who need nerfs, if we want to make these characters that need buffs good, we should be bringing them up to around Sub-Zero's level. Not saying he should just be the best in the game because he's Sub-Zero, but I think a lot of characters should be around his level. That's what I think about Sub-Zero. And that's just going to be my final opinion on him. Well, not final opinion, but That's just concludes my feelings on this character. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and Nickopz out.